Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of 20 Seconds for 20 Something, where I try to give some pretty good advice and usually fail pretty epically. But there's a little bit of a comedic factor to it, so I guess that's what you're here looking for. Without further ado, let's jump right to it. First question, who do we have? Ryan.
Hello, Michael.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a while in school. But here's my advice question to you. Do you have any tips on how to share your friends to protect yourself from COVID-19, even if you don't take it seriously?
Honestly, I would say to just have a heart-to-heart talk, share your concerns, and if they're not going to really acknowledge and recognize what's going on right now, that might not be the person you want to be spending time with, because unfortunately, this virus is going to spread from person to person. And if you're putting yourself in harm's way of someone who is not wearing a mask, is out in public in large groups of people, not knowing who they've been exposed to, it might not be the safest bet for you. But as I always say about most things, honesty is the best policy. And if you can have that conversation, I think being truthful is the best place to start.
Thank you.
Anytime, Brian. Dan, oh, Dan, I know you're somewhere. There you are.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Dan.
So my question to you is, say you have both Trump supporters and Biden supporters coming to your Thanksgiving dinner. How do you advise I handle that?
You avoid politics like the plague, which I know is contradictory to everything I've said so far about being able to speak your thoughts and opinions. But unfortunately, because I have this in my own family, there's a couple people who have different opposing views, and it honestly just makes things wicked uncomfortable and extremely just like you don't want to be there and you want to kind of hide in a hole if things start going south. So I would say avoid it. But if you're really confident that your family can have a mature conversation, respect every side, and be rational, go for it and let me know how it goes next time I talk to you.
I'm not confident in that, but thank you. I'll
Then
definitely avoid it.
You're welcome, Dan. Nate, I think you're there somewhere. There you are.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Nate.
So my question is, how should I better handle my time management?
So my huge thing, all my friends just went, oh no. Not because I have sucky time management. Make lists. I have lists everywhere. My notes pad on my phone is just filled with list upon list upon list. I've got my school list. I've got my banking list. I've got my list for groceries. I've got my list for things I need to fix on my car. If you can make a list, hold yourself accountable, and realize that when you really need to put your nose to the grindstone, that maybe get rid of all distractions. Don't be with people that are going to talk to you. Put your phone somewhere else. That is what I would say is the best approach, but I'm a big supporter of lists. I get it from my dad, and I suggest that you give it a shot.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All my friends just freaked out because last time we talked about eliminating distractions, I threw my phone at them. I didn't do it this time, but Quigs, hello.
Okay, so every time I make tea, I forget that I made tea until it's stone cold. Help me.
I don't know how much advice I can offer on this because I do the same thing. Put it somewhere obvious. Tell someone in your house. I have done this at work. I make tea for 3 people at lunch, and I put the tea bag in, fill up the cup with hot water. I put it to the side, and then 30 minutes later, I have an Alzheimer's patient who doesn't remember much telling me that I forgot their tea, which really puts me on a low in my life. But honestly, put it in an obvious place. That's my best piece of advice. If you can see it, you're going to remember it.
I'll try my best. See ya.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
Rachel, oh Rachel.
Hello, Michael.
Hi.
So my question for you is, do you have any advice on getting a pet as a college student / what pet would you recommend to get?
Right before we started this recording, my friends told me they wanted to get a snake. And I said, if we get a snake, I'm going to move out. I can't do a snake. I can't do lizards. I can't do reptiles. The pet I'd really want is the pet you're not allowed to have in a student rental. I want a dog. I want a cute little corgi with a nice little butt just going, as it's walking along. And honestly, if you have constraints by a landlord or something like that, start with a fish. I know that's kind of lame. I know everyone does it, but listen, my friend got a fish like almost 3 years ago now. We've been waiting for this thing to kick the bucket. He doesn't clean the tank and it's still alive. So they can really last a long time.
Oh, mine died in a month.
Oh, so sorry, Rachel.
Thank you.
You can have the one we have. We're kind of done with it.
I'm okay.
Okay. Goodbye, Rachel. I hate this. All right, who's up next? Hi, Tyler.
So, how do I stop myself from staying up till 2 in the morning browsing the internet?
Again, another issue that I totally share with you because I will sit there on Facebook like I'm 85 years old looking at all the comments when I don't need to be. Just put it down, learn some self-control, maybe leave it not in your bedroom. If it's something that, you know, is really important and it needs to be done, do it before you get to your bedroom. Do it while you're still up and awake. My mom told me this all along as a kid, and I always yelled at her, but I kind of agree with her. Your bedroom is for sleeping. And if you bring distractions to the bedroom, you're not going to be sleeping. And that's an important part of, obviously, you know, making sure you're staying healthy, especially during this time, and getting things done, being productive. So I would say, again, eliminate the distractions. Don't even bring them into the room. A viewer in the audience just sent me a message and said, an 85-year-old uses Facebook. 85-year-old people use Facebook. Yes, viewer in the audience, they do. Macy, hi.
Hello.
What's up?
So my question is, since we all know about this potential lockdown, what are some hobbies and activities we can do at home to keep ourselves occupied day by day?
We have to be thankful and grateful that we live in a time where you can communicate with so many different people through your phone, through social media, without even leaving your house. And I know it's something we probably take for granted every single day, but when you're lacking that physical and like face-to-face human interaction, that human touch, FaceTime can be a lifesaver. Honestly, Snapchatting, texting doesn't cut it. But if you have an actual one-to-one conversation with someone, check on each other, see how they're doing. I think that's an amazing thing to do. And then also there's always hobbies. Netflix series are always a thing if you haven't exhausted all of them from the last time we were in a shutdown. And just, I'd say family time. I'm a huge family time person. If you're living with people in your house and you're stuck with them anyway, you might as well be friends. I tried to really improve my relationship with my dad over the first shutdown. It was okay, but we made a little bit of progress. That's my advice.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Macy. I feel like Lionel's going to be up next.
Hello, Michael. Yeah, speak to the devil. Am I right? All
Yep.
right. Now, this is a question that I know you're going to have something interesting to say. So, Michael, you seem like quite the romantic yourself. Now, dating is already tricky enough when you're in college, but it's made extra tricky by COVID. Now, let's say you want to ask somebody out during COVID. Michael, how would you go about this?
I'm so uncomfortable right now. Okay.
All I'm talking about is asking someone out, not going through with the relationship.
You're
Okay.
right. Well, it's complicated. But what I would say is kind of what I said to Macy. I would really push a FaceTime. If it's someone that you've met to begin with already and you have a relationship already established in person, then I think it's okay to do that. And maybe if you want to really just like pop the question of asking someone out and you can't see them, then great, go ahead for it. But if you really think it's the person that's going to be waiting for you and you think it's the right person for you, don't be afraid to wait and, push it off, do it in person, because there's something special about asking questions in person. You really get that human emotion going from person to person. And I'm so uncomfortable. I'm sorry I just had a conniption. It's just really poor timing. But Lionel, I wish you the best. I'm going to need to be like asking Lionel for advice next week on what I should be doing with my situation. We need a therapy session. I want a group therapy session next week.
I can't wait, Michael. I'm always here for you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lionel. I appreciate it. And last but not least, because we're right up against the clock here, Amelia, hello.
Hello. All right. So I'm a big snail mail fan. I like sending mail, but I'm kind of running low on ideas. So could you give me some good ideas about fun things I can fit in like a normal card or envelope to send to people to like make it fun, funky, fresh?
Yeah, fun, funky, fresh. So I personally am totally with you. I did a lot myself over the first shutdown when we were all stuck at home. I wrote probably like 15 or 16 cards. One of them I sent to my roommate, Gavin. He lives in Connecticut, and I kept it fun, quirky, fresh by literally getting a nice card, and I wrote, "You're a bitch," and I mailed it. That's all I wrote to him. It was quite quirky. But that might not be the best option for everyone. So something else I would suggest.
I meant like things you could put in there, like
made crafts, origami, make a swan or something.
Okay.
Maybe some adult coloring pages if you think that there's some interesting ones. They're very therapeutic.
Adult.
I know.
Oh, adult. Okay, got it. Sorry.
What do you think I said?
Wait, never mind. Keep going.
Everyone's looking at me like I got 10 heads. Adult coloring books. It's a real thing.
You could just say coloring pages. I thought you meant like, I want to send mail that's appropriate, Michael. I don't know what you send.
Okay, I know where all of your minds just went. Someone clarified for me. Yeah, honestly, it's difficult because an envelope is an envelope. You can only fit so much in it. But if you have objects and stuff you want to mail, don't be afraid of sending a package. Yeah, postage a little bit more, but
Yeah,
if you
I know, I
want to
like
get that
that.
reward of someone really being appreciative, send a package.
Do you want to be my pen pal?
Yeah, I can send you my my address in the chat if you want later.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Michael.
I'm Amelia. I feel like I'm just like everyone's gonna be going off and buying these like wickedly erotic, inappropriate adult coloring books after what I said, which is not what I meant. But what I've heard again from one of the members in the audience before I wrapped up, there is an Edgar Allan Poe themed coloring book, and if you need to feel edgy, which I have had those moments in my life for sure. Everyone recommends this one. I've heard great reviews. Go ahead and check it out. Amazon's a magical place. You can find anything you need on there. And with that being said, the time's running short. Apologize for going over. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of 20 Seconds for 20-somethings. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you right back here next week. Everyone's laughing at me.